Hi, how are you, my younger brothers? I'm your elder brother, Kiran Roy. So, just a few days back, I had made one video in my Hindi channel that why men are getting emasculated, why men are getting less masculine, basically. So, I had addressed that and I had revealed the actual thing which is happening. So, if you guys had missed that, I would highly recommend that you check that video out because I have made one revelation which I don't think anybody else has made before. And even like top scientists have approved my findings, and they have said that they will forward it to the government for further research, and they might take my help regarding that. So today I'm going to address one point related to that. In that, I had said why men are getting emasculated. But today, I'll be saying what are the signs of a masculine woman. The reason being, wherever you see now, just glance our society and even the society out of our country, one thing is common. Women are getting more and more masculine. Women are getting more and more aggressive. They are getting more and more loud. Women are getting more and more dominating. Traditionally, the traditional roles have been reversed. Ideally, it was the man who was supposed to be dominating, loud, in total charge, in total control. But that's no longer the case. Now, men are becoming weak, feeble, and completely emasculated, whereas women, they are taking the onus in their own hands. They are becoming loud, dominating. They are the ones who are instigating the divorce. They are the ones who are taming, like who are like slaying basically the men, actually in literal terms. Check out all the cases happening. Men are actually being killed by women now. Cheating women are like roping in their boyfriends, and with their help they are actually killing their husbands. So why this sudden shift? I have already mentioned that in my Hindi video, but in today's video I will tell you what are the signs of a masculine woman. The reason being, like most of my videos, like all of my videos, even this was asked to me. I had received this question. In fact, lots of people had asked me this question, that I am dating a girl or I'll be looking for a girl to get married to. So what are the signs I should see to know whether that girl is masculine or not? Because I want a feminine girl. I don't want to marry, or I don't want to date a masculine woman by any chance. I'm a man, so I would naturally not want a masculine woman. So how do I decipher that? So in today's video, I'll be doing exactly that. And if you find my video helpful to you in any which ways, then you can consider giving a super thanks. The entire proceeds will go to the orphan kids of the Chembur Children's Home. And if you don't have the money, that's absolutely fine. It is not necessary for everybody to like have the money. But suppose if you wish to benefit me in some way without paying a rupee, then you can go to Google and type Kiran Roy Guitar Studio. You can drop a 5-star rating for me and I will directly get the benefit, because I personally train guitars from that academy. And if you wish to up your game, if you wish to be completely aware and how to handle all the difficulties related to all this, then you can take the Be Charismatic course in my Hindi channel. We are underway and you will 100% benefit in that, because I'll be sharing everything that I've learned over the period of the last 26 years in that course. I won't pull back on anything. No corners would be cut, nothing. I'll be like going deep down into it. I've just started that, but it's going to be an ongoing course, like forever. I mean, I'm not going to stop that course ever. So, as long as I'm creating videos, that course will keep on going. So, you can definitely go and access all the videos which have been made so far. And every day, I'll be adding one video onto that. Now, my first point, she needs to lead in every circumstances. She always feels the need to dominate. So this is the first point, and you will under girls under this section, what you will see, they will always feel the dominate all conversations first. First thing which they would like to dominate is they would like to take full charge when it comes to the conversations between you two. It's she who does the talking. It's she who does the planning. It's she who decides everything. You are just a meek spectator, basically. And even if you take the charge for some time, if you take the reins in your own hands, even for some time, not going to like it, and she's going to take the reins back in her own hands immediately. For example, I was dating one girl many years before. It was around like 15, 16 years before, in 2007, 2008, like even more than that, I guess. So, so I used to go to my academy. So that lady also used to come to my academy. So on many occasions, what used to happen, there used to come inquiries who would want to join my guitar classes. So ideally, it's me who should be doing the talking, right? But she was so dominating that she would be seated right next to me, and the parents of the student who wishes to take admission in my academy, naturally they would want to talk directly with me. I'm the owner of the academy. But this lady would ask me, she would cut me short. She would say, "You keep quiet, I'll explain them." And she would start explaining them everything. Though the lady, the parent in question, directly she's asking me, "Sir, can you help me regarding regarding so and so thing, technically related to guitar?" But this lady would always cut me down and say, "You keep quiet, I'm doing the talking now, you keep quiet, I'll explain it." So see, so this is one prime example. She would never let me talk even to others. I mean, it's not only when you are talking to each other, even when you're talking to somebody else, to a third party, it is she who would constantly feel the need to dominate between you two. It is she who would be holding the torch of being the one in control, of being the one in charge. She will never be submissive. She will never take a back seat. She would always feel the need to be at the driver's seat of the car. So, this is the number one trait of a masculine woman. They will never let you talk. They will never, even if you take the charge for some time, by hook or by crook, she's going to take it back, and she will be doing the blabbering and the talking. She won't let you do the talking. This is my first sign. She will always be the one who would be doing the planning, organizing, and even bossing around. It was going to be her choice each and every time. Suppose if you guys are married, it is she who would be pulling the shots. It is going to be she who is going to decide what's, suppose you have a weekend plan, you would be going something. So you always wanted to watch one movie which is in town. No ways. It is she who would be having her way. It can be going for a dinner, it can be going to her favorite restaurant, it can be anything except what you wanted. It will be anything but not your movie which you always wanted to watch, which is in town. So in short, you will never ever get a chance. In my 1:1 case, I had seen one guy who was having the same issue. So he very badly wanted to watch an IPL match. They were both used to do everything together, especially on weekends. I mean, he was not allowed actually to join his friends. That was, I mean, such was the scale of the dominance. And I mean, he was with a very highly masculine woman. So that lady had given him strict instructions that you cannot go out to drink with your friends, you cannot join them. Even she even used to not allow him to go to the gym as well. She would say, if you wish to go to the gym, I will also come, I will work out, you also work out alongside me, but I cannot leave you alone. So she would always insist that even if you wish to go out drinking, take me, I will come, but you are not allowed to go with your friends. So on one such weekend, this guy badly wanted to watch one IPL match. It was in Mumbai, so he had like, tickets are very easy to get, like through Book My Show or somewhere. But so he was just like about to book the tickets because he badly wanted. He texted his wife rather excitedly that, "Hey, I'm booking the tickets for today evening. Let's both of us go." She was like, "No ways. I waited the entire week to party. Today I feel like drinking and letting my hair down. No, no need to go for the IPL match. I have decided we are going drinking." And this guy was like, "Hey, baby, every time I listen to what you say, today, at least for once, let's do as I feel like." She was like, "No ways. I have decided that we are going out for for clubbing, and that's exactly what we'll be doing. No cricket, nothing. I hate cricket." So with a heavy heart, he had to comply basically. So basically, this kind of ladies, they will always be bossing around. They would be the ones in control. They will never ever have empathy for even small things that they don't even think that even my husband may be having some requirements. Even he would be loving, he would be yearning to do something. Even he would feel like doing something apart from what I am saying. These kind of ladies, they have zero empathy and they will never ever think from your point of view. All that they care about is bossing around and things should only go as per her plans, nobody else's. This is the number one sign of being with a masculine lady. Now, my second point is she will always compete with you. She will turn everything into a challenge. Everything would revolve only about challenge. A simple thing, as simple as strolling in a park, will be about domination. It will be about challenge. It is she who has to win. Though there is no fight or there is no competition going on, she will always be the one who would want to compete with you. It can be as simple as strolling. Still, it would be she who would be picking up the park of her choice, who would be taking the lead, who would be deciding which area of the park you would be walking. Suppose if you say, hey, let's go there, she will be, no, let's go there. So she will never let you have your way. It is she who always would want to decide each and every aspect. And that's not all. Suppose if you correct her, suppose if you say that, hey, that place looks a bit shady, there might be some drug addict sitting there. Let's take this path. Let's take this path. Let's go this way. Will be no. We will go this path only. If there is anything, I will handle it. But let's go this way. You just come. You just do as you're told. In one such case, in one of my 1:1, both of them had gone to Dubai, husband wife. They had gone to Dubai for a vacation. So in there the malls are very huge. So this client of mine wanted to use the washroom. So he just said, he just told his wife that, hey, come, I'll make you seated in one cafeteria, in one cafe. I'll make you seated and I'll go use the washroom. She was like, hey, don't you dare talk to me like that. I'm not a child that you'll make me seated. I'll myself go and sit there. You go and use the washroom. So what the guy was doing, he was just showing his concern. He was not saying that you are too small or you can't find a cafeteria. He was just saying that I'll make you seated. Out of concern, I'll make you seated in one place comfortably and I'll go use the washroom and come and join you. She was like in a dominating tone, in a mocking tone. She said, I can look after myself. I can make myself seated. I don't need your help. And my client was like hurt because what wrong did he say? He did not say anything wrong. He just said, I'll make you seated. I'll make you seated comfortably and I'll come. It was just out of concern. It was just an act of showing care. But these ladies will never like this. They are like pure masculine souls trapped in a trapped in a woman's body basically. They have zero empathy. They don't understand concern. They don't understand care. They don't need care basically. They hate care. Why? Because that's exactly the topic which we are covering. Because she is masculine. She has all the masculine energies embedded inside her. Any girl in a right frame would just love it. Any feminine woman, for that matter, would just love it if somebody says, hey, I'll make you seated. I'll just go use the washroom and come. Which woman wouldn't love to hear this? That he's showing me concern. He's showing me care. But since this woman is brimming with masculine energy, she took offense to it and she started shouting on the top of her voice that, what do you think you will make me seated? Don't you think that I can get myself seated by myself? Who told you that I need your help? So this is the way they behave. This is how they are. We cannot do anything. I can only pinpoint it and bring it out in front of you so that you guys become aware. Because I have a vast treasure of knowledge, and with that only, and I've been counseling people since many years. So with their experiences, with my experiences, I can make you aware so that you don't make the mistake of being with one such person. Because if you happen to be with one such person, that will be the end of your peace. That will be the end of your happiness. Take it from me. Next thing is, they just hate losing. One of my client, he had a child, 6-year-old daughter they had. So they had gone to one play zone to play games. So there he was in one team, the daughter and mother was in another team, and the team was losing. This lady, after the match was over, everything was fine. But when they sat for dinner, the lady just blurted out at him that, how dare you take the charge? You always get that ego boost when you make us lose. You should have taken it easy. You should have let us lose. The guy was like, hey, that's just a video game. That was just a normal thing. But she was having none of it. She was like, how dare you always try to dominate us? How dare you like? So this lady was terribly hurt because they lost just a simple video game in a play zone. They just lost one casual video game, but she took it personally. So the bottom line is such kind of ladies, which I have deciphered. Since I'm asked a question, I'm asked to decipher something. So this is something which I have deciphered, that these ladies, they just hate to lose. It can be as simple as a video game for that matter. Forget the big serious things in life. They were just in a bout of video game, in that in a gaming center, in a gaming zone. So they can never lose. They will never lose to you. That's one huge drawback of these ladies. And if you can identify, if you are with such a woman as of now, there is only one way you have to go. That is, get the hell out of her life, or she is going to turn your life into a living nightmare. Trust me. Next point is, she will always feel threatened by your success. So this kind of a lady, a masculine lady, a woman who's brimming with masculine energy, will never be happy for your success. She will always try to put you, see, before even you're successful, she will always try to put you down. She will always say that, hey, you're good for nothing. It is me who calls the shots. It's me who knows how things has to be done. It's me. It's me. It's everything is about I, me, myself. It's never you, or it's never we. She will never say, let's do it together. Let's do it. We make a team. They are never the ones to say this. They will always say, it is me who does the winning. It is me who runs the show. It is me who runs the house. It is me who can ensure the effective running of our house. But suppose if you get a promotion out of the blue, there has been one promotion which you've been eyeing since a long time, and since you get it, this has actually happened with one of my counselor in my one of my counseling cases. That's why I'm mentioning it. This guy had been eyeing that promotion by giving a few exams. He cracked those exams, and by his experience, he did back that promotion. And they had their office. I mean, he had cracked those exams, so their office had decided to felicitate him in front of their entire staff and everything. And it was an evening of fun and drinks. So everybody's spouse was, I mean, especially this guy's, my client's spouse was also, the wife was also invited. The party, the felicitation, I mean, the party started after that. The felicitation was supposed to happen, but this lady had yet not arrived. This guy, my client, was constantly calling her, hey, where are you? So first she said that I've left the house. After that, she said I'm in the cab. Then the time for the felicitation came. She had still not reached. So again, he called, hey, where are you? She said that the cab broke down. So ultimately, she did not reach at all. So on close prodding, on close investigation, what I found, she was completely seething in anger that her husband secured a promotion. She was terribly angry with that. She did not want her husband to go ahead. So that is why my second point of today's video is, she will always compete with you. She will never like when you succeed in life. She would always want to keep you down, below her, beneath her. She would never want you to go ahead of her in any which ways. And by this promotion, this guy had a chance. In fact, he was going one step ahead, which this lady was not fine with. So she did not attend his promotion party, or that promotion function which was going to happen. So this is a very common and classic example what I just said. They will never ever, I mean, they 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 are so much into competing with you that they can never ever digest your success. They feel threatened by your success. They will never ever want you to succeed and go ahead in life. Ideally, what happens in a relationship, suppose if a man is in a relationship with a feminine lady, that feminine lady will always push his man. That feminine lady will always push her man, rather. I always mix up his and her, so do excuse me for that. So this feminine lady will always push, they will always support, they will always be standing behind her man. But In this case, you will always see the feminine, I mean, that lady who's supposed to be feminine, who is not feminine, who is masculine, she will never ever support and forget standing behind her man. She will be the one who would be standing ahead of the man, not behind, and not even alongside. She would be the one who would always prefer being on front, not even alongside, and forget being at the back. So this is 101% common trait. If you see this in your spouse, you are done for. Now, my third point of what are the signs of a masculine lady is she is hyper independent. So, when she's hyper independent, she will never ever need your help. She may she may be burdened with like lots of work, lots of chores. It can be household chore, it can be some professional work. She may be on many on in like majority of my cases, I've seen that they are professionals. They are working in the corporate, and like I might have seen like hundreds of such cases, from which 95% are all corporate ladies. Only 5% were housewives, but 95% happen to be corporate ladies. So point to be noted, these corporate ladies are at high risk of like belonging to that subject which we are talking about today, because I have got a direct evidence amongst my cases, amongst hundreds, 95% were all corporate ladies, and they were drawing like awesome salaries. Like they were not in the lower rung, they were like at a very either medium or higher medium rung. So like they were earning good as well. So how much ever pressure they would be facing, they would never ever ask for any help from their husband. They would want to do it alone. And one more trait which I had seen amongst these girls naturally they want to take charge, so they get into the driver's seat as well while driving. Suppose husband and wife both are going for a dinner. In fact, this happened with me. Both of them, in one of my cases, were going for a dinner, for a family dinner. They were invited, so they were going. The lady, as usual, took the got behind the wheels. So she was driving. This lady had no clue, as in the lady thought that she knows what are the directions, but when the husband was saying ki, hey, this is not the right route which you are taking, we should have taken some another turn, but she like shouted at him, how dare you tell me, I know where we are going, we have to reach that destination, I will make you reach that destination, you don't tell me, you don't need to tell me where what I have to do. So she started driving, she took all the wrong turns and reached somewhere else itself. Later when the husband said that, dude, we are in the wrong place, still she was in no mood to take. She got down of the vehicle, asked a few people, silently and angrily sat in the car, then again reversed the car and went to the other place. So one common trait which I've seen with such women are they will never take any help from their partners. They will take help from, as this lady got down and asked a few shopkeepers about the direction. But the husband knew, the husband was aware of the place, but she will never take help from the husband. So the point to be, I mean, just understand what I'm trying to say. Note the point which I'm saying. They will never ever take your help. They might take somebody else's help, but not yours. Because if they take your help, she thinks she will come down. But she's taking help from somebody else. That's fine for her. But she cannot take help from you. So always keep a watch, keep a watch out for these traits which I'm saying. So they are also the women who measure their worth by how much work they can do alone. They are the ones who will always say, hey, I cleaned the entire house all by myself. Hey, I look after the finances of our family. I single handedly paid for the vacation which we are going. They are the ones who will always spell out how much they do. See, ideally, when a man provides, ideally, me, you, anybody for that matter, when we provide for our family, we never spell out that you see how much I'm doing for the family, see how much I paid for this vacation, see how much I paid for the dinner which we went. Would any man say that? No man will say that. But these kind of ladies will always say, see, I paid 10,000 for the dinner which I took you and your family, like which I took you and your parents. This actually happened in my cases. The lady had paid the bill and she was like showing it to the husband. See, I spent 10,000 to feed you and your parents for the dinner. Then they are the ones who take, as I said in my first point, they are always boss around. So they boss around and they are the ones who choose the destination, everything. So one of my client had gone for a foreign vacation. This lady did the tickets and everything. Once the vacation was done, she was showing, see, I spent 4 lakhs rupees for our vacation. So she will always take pride in showing what she did alone. She will always measure by how much she has done. This is one huge point. And the next important point which I've seen in these ladies are, they will always show that they don't need a man. They will always make it evident that I don't need a man. I can do things by myself. I don't need you. I don't need a man for that matter. They will always go about with their life with consummate ease. But whenever a man tries to offer something, offer some help for that matter, they would be like, no, I don't need your help. I can do it alone. Very much like that case, toilet case, Dubai, wherein the guy had said, I will make you seated, then I'll go to the washroom. They will always be like, I don't need any man's help. I will, I can look after myself. I will do things my way, but I won't take any help. I don't need any help from you. So even if she's struggling, she will never ever take any help from a man. This is the purest sign of a masculine woman. And if you think you are, by now, you might have got a hint. And suppose if you think that you are indeed dating or living with one such person, dude, I truly feel very bad for you, telling you honestly. Now, my fourth point is, they will always have an argumentative nature. They will always challenge your opinion. They will always say, why? Suppose if you are saying, hey, suppose if there is some problem which you guys are facing at home, and if you, the man of the house, if you suggest something, hey, what about if we do it this way, she will always find faults from your theory. She will say, why do we need to put the curtains this way, we can put it that way. She will never be at peace. Suppose if you're giving an awesome idea that we can put the curtains in such a fashion that the sun won't bother us, she will be like, no, why it has to be this way, it has to be the way I'm saying. So they will always combat you, they will always counter you. And not just that, they are the ones who would always want to have the last word. Suppose if you both guys are discussing something, they will not leave it at that. They will never leave it at that. They are the ones who would always want to be the ones to say the last word. The things will end only with her last word, not with yours. So when you see this trait, when you see this pattern, you are dealing with fire. No two ways about it, because no amount of therapy can change these kind of people, because they are masculine women. It is in their DNA. I mean, you cannot just take them for a few therapy and you can hope to change them. They're never going to change. You will die, but they will not change. So if you can see any of these points, then you can like put up the red alert button, but still there are a few more points. So just watch them intently. Then I'll give you the final opinion. They are the ones who always enjoys conflicts more than connections. So suppose you are married to one such lady. Even you would be wanting that both of us hold hands, go for long walks, go for a dinner, a quiet dinner. Because as I always say, a man after a hard day at work, all that they need is a warm meal, peace, nothing else. And warm meal also, if the wife can make, it's optional. But more than anything else, it's just peace that they need. But when you stay with such kind of a woman, peace would be the last thing that you will be getting. You will never get that peace which you want. So always be alert. First be alert, then I'll tell you what you need to do with such people. But these points which I'm saying, that's definitely going to figure out in the scheme of things. My next point, point number 5, is zero receptivity. They can never receive love, advice, or guidance. I had one of my client. He was he was a divorcee, and even that lady in question was a divorcee with 2 kids. So this client of mine, they were seeing each other for like say a month or two. So this client of mine had texted her that, hey, I love you. It was a very romantic note he tried to write, that I love you. I have my feelings for you. And he had written a small little poem. But this lady directly like abused him that, hey, listen, we are now grown up adults. We don't need to write these love songs and these love poems anymore. We are now 40 plus. We are like matured adults. We are not college kids anymore. This is not a Korean drama anymore. This is real life. So she shouted at him very badly. She pulled him down very badly, and my client was like badly hurt basically. So these ladies are never receptive to gestures of love, emotions, feelings, to the brink of being stone hearted. They would be like stone hearted completely. They will never ever take love or anything associated with love. They will always try to reject that. They are the ones who just does not reject acts of love. They are the ones who also rejects act of kindness. The same case which I was talking about, the fiance, not fiance, they were just like seeing each other. Both were divorcees. So this client of mine, he had bought a Bible. They were Christians. He had bought a small pocket-sized Bible. So as an act of kindness, as an act of concern, after a date of theirs, he gifted that small pocket Bible to that lady and said, you can keep it in your car. This Bible will protect you. That lady again got angry. She was like, how dare you give this Bible to me? You think I can't look after myself? I can't protect myself? This was just a such, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in all this, but still I found this gesture so cute. This was so kind. It just reeked of kindness and cuteness basically. It was such a cute thing. The least she could have done was, thanks, I'll keep it in my car. But no, she like completely refused. She said that I don't like all these things. I don't like these acts of kindness. So she was completely like not receptive. So they will always be against any kind gesture, because this was like the kindest gesture one anybody could. It warmed even my heart. Forget others. Even my heart got warmed with such a beautiful gesture. But the lady completely rejected it and said, no, I don't want anything. It was like very bad, very bad. Now they are the ones who makes you feel unwanted or unneeded. So this same couple I'm talking about, they had planned to go to a for a small vacation in a foreign country. So as a couple they are going. So naturally, like anybody would get excited and they would want to be together. The man, he was excited, he wanted to go together. So he had asked the girl that you wait for me. We will do the check-in, everything. We will do together and we will go inside. But this lady, she directly went, she did the checking, everything, and was resting in the lounge. And the guy was waiting outside and he was like, hey, we had decided we'll go inside together, we will do everything together. But the lady was like, you are late. So I just checked in myself and now I'm having a nice meal. I'm having my food. You come and join me. So the guy was like very hurt by this gesture. And soon things turned very much bad in that trip as well. So, in short, he was seeing a highly masculine woman who can give him nothing but heartbreak, disrespect, and will never ever care for him. Such ladies can never give care or love to anybody. Like horrible pieces of shit they are. I'm telling you from personal experience. My next point is, they are always emotionally closed off. They will never love words of any. I mean, if the husband is expressing pain, that hey, I'm in pain, be it emotionally, be it physically, they will never be receptive of anything pain. In fact, they will retaliate with aggression. If you say, hey, my stomach is hurting, hey, my legs are hurting, they will say, are you a pussy or what? What do you mean by your legs are hurting, your stomach is hurting? They will never feel, they will never have that kind of empathy. Because see, how much ever strong you are, you can always injure yourself, you can always hurt yourself, you can always be in pain. But when you are with one such lady, she will never ever feel that pain which you are going through. In fact, she will get aggressive with you if you try to say that I'm in pain. Because I had this one client of mine who was very sad because he had lost his mother. So he was not able to come to terms even like after 1 month, and he was in extreme grief because he was very close to his mother. So it was evident that he's in extreme mourning, he's in extreme grief. But that lady would get aggressive with him. Hey, are you a pussy or what? Your mom has left the earth. It's been such a long time and you're still crying for your dead mother. She, in a heartless fashion, this lady would admonish him. So this is one common trait of these ladies. They will never ever show any sort of leniency when it comes to feelings. They will never understand the pain which the person is feeling. Next point is they will prioritize their hustle over home. They are the ones who will have a bad word for femininity. They will be very much irritated with the feminists. They are the ones who will always prefer her career over her home. The home will figure out last in her scheme of things. It is always going to be about her career, about her promotions, about her projects. And whenever they see anything related to femininity, they are going to turn red in anger. They are going to seethe in anger because they can never tolerate the feminists. They will be very much angry with the feminists because they are all about masculine energy. So I have seen one common trait in all of these girls. They will always be hustling from one job to one project to one presentation. They will always be behind the career goals and they have got nothing to do with home. Though, of course, they would be having kids, they would be having a husband, but that will take the back seat. Under this scenario, it is the husband. They would be looking for a husband who will be looking after the kids. They will never be looking for a they will never be the ones who will be looking after the kids. Even if they're looking for a husband, in most of the cases, they are always divorced because nobody can live with such a lady. But they still want a shot. They still want somebody to look after her kids. So that is when they try to get into a second marriage. And very soon, the person in question can make out that she has no interest. She is just looking for a caretaker for her kids, basically. She is not looking for somebody to share the house with or to be married with. She only wants somebody to look after and to elevate them, basically. They don't want any partner because they are always ahead. They are always lone wolves, basically. They don't want a partner. They don't believe in partnership. They only believe in I, me, myself. That's it. Now, my next point is they are always competing with men. They will always try to show that, hey, I personally know one person who is always trying to I'm in my gym only. She comes in my gym. She is the one who is always competing with us, me, my other gym buddies. She will always say, hey, you can squat just this much. I can squat more than you. And I'm like, hey, who the hell asked you? I never competed with you. I'm like clueless because I'm not a heavy power lifter, man. I'm a runner. I just come to the gym for my basic fitness. I'm not here to win some battle or win some competition. But out of nowhere, she will always arrive, and not just me. She will needle around with each and every man, each and every of my gym bros. She will say, "Hey, you lift like even my grandma can lift more than you. What bicep curls you're doing? See, I'm lifting more than you." They are the ones who will always compete with men, and mind you, they will never compete with there are so many ladies in the gym, but they will never compete with the ladies. They'll always come and needle us. They will always come and needle us men. So, which is one common trait of a masculine woman. She's just a man trapped in a woman's body, basically. She's a man. She's just trying to get out of that female body. So they are the ones who will always compete with you. So, if you find such a lady, they will always say that this man is, if he's doing this, I will be doing better than him. She will never say that this lady is here, I will try to be better than her. This thing will never figure out in their scheme of things. It will only be that man that she will be competing with, never with a lady. So if you see these signs, you know very well. My next point is they always disrespect masculine men. They can tolerate the emasculate men, but they will always disrespect men who are masculine. They will, even if the man is masculine, she will always try to emasculate him. But if that man refuses to budge, if that man is an alpha, the alphas are very rare. But suppose if she's in touch with an alpha and she sees that she's not able to tame him, then gone. They will separate immediately. But as I said, 90% of Indian males are sims. So, and more often than not, it's the sims that they marry or they get hitched to it, and they completely suck out the masculinity out of them, emasculating them in the process. And once that is done, they can still lead their lives together. But the masculine lady in question can never live peacefully with a masculine man. They two can never be under the same quiver. That these two swords can never be in one quiver. So always remember this. My final point for today is she will always seek power, not partnership. She will always leverage her power, not love. So basically, there is always going to be a power struggle in which she will only be doing the winning. You stand no chance with this lady. So, in a nutshell, if you ask me what's the conclusion, I have personally known such women, and I have, and through my 1:1, again I have researched a lot about these women. So there is only one thing which I would like to tell you, which you have to do with these ladies. Never ever try to heal them. Never ever try to give them a chance. Never even try to come in a relationship with them to see whether it's suiting you. Because with 200% accuracy, I'm telling you, it's not going to work out. Unless you are a simp. If see, my channel is basically not for simps, as you must be aware of. It is only for strong masculine men. But if you are a simp, 100% chances are there that your relationship will go very well, because these ladies, as I said, they only gel with simps. They only gel with emasculate men, with effeminate men. They will always try to emasculate men rather. So they will never ever gel with a raw masculine power. So the bottom line is, if you are a alpha or if you are a masculine man, you stand no chance. There will always be conflict. There will always be war. There will always be battle. And you guys will never be alone. So don't even suppose today I said so many points. If you click tick for more than two, if it's three, four, or above, she belongs to that tribe. And if she belongs to that tribe, the only way, and if you're not a simp, then the only way you have to go is out. Show yourself out. She's not going to leave you, but you have to show yourself the door and excuse yourself from that relationship. And once you get out of that door, run so hard, run so fast that even if she chases you, she cannot catch hold of you. So just run, and just run for your life basically, because these ladies are fire. Don't play with the danger with my which my clients had unknowingly played. Since I'm making you aware, I don't want my brothers to suffer. Let these ladies stay alone for the rest of their lives, but you don't waste your life running after these girls. All right. So I'll make a move for today. Jai Hind.